Yes, we're going to talk about Season 9, Episode 1 of Doctor Who, The Magician's Apprentice. But first, let me give you a little story. A friend of mine from high school wanted to do a lot of things. He said with his mouth what he wanted to accomplish in life. The problem was he didn't put forth any effort to accomplish any of that. When it came time, he was the only one of my friends that didn't play sports. I wanted to go to college and continue to play football, basketball, track. But I was unsure because I was new to the school. I had just moved to the city. I didn't have a lot of history. I had spent 2 years overseas. So where was my tape? Where was my film? I had to make sure that I made my way to college by some kind of way. So I signed up to join the military. Aced the ASVAB test and was ready to go to the military because I needed some sort of, as my mom always said, backup plan. I needed a plan B. My buddy, he took the test along with my cousin. He scored so low on the test, they wouldn't even let him in. Not to be a cook, not to be a grunt, not to be, on infantry, nothing. They're like, nah, bro, it ain't gonna work. And there's like, we don't have special ed in the military. This ain't for you. Later on in life, it's really at that point that we are separated. And, you could say we're still friends, but we really don't have any more communication. I went on with my life. He went on to do what he did. And I heard from him later, shit ain't been going so well. He'd been in prison a couple times, tried to live his life as a D-boy and, working dead-end job to dead-end job and never seemed to quite fulfill any of the promises he made to himself. And when I talked to him the one time, even though I'm a far way away from where I want to be, I'm still plugging away, still, running towards it. And all he could talk about was regrets. Hello, Governor. This is Rakai Steve, Noop from the Ville. And again, we're going to talk about Doctor Who. Season 9, Episode 1. Yes, we are well into the Peter Capaldi era, the 12th Doctor. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I used to do like really long recaps. And I stopped doing really long recaps because if you want to see the reaction, I do a reaction with my buddy Centel over on his channel, and then we have a discussion afterwards. This I call Media Therapy Deep Dives, and this is for me to pull something else out of the episode that I saw and it hit me personally, and maybe that's what you'll get to. I'm calling this one The Last Regret. Now we see the 12th Doctor. At the beginning, it appears that someone is looking for him, calling us Scarve, and we get to find out why is he looking for the Doctor? Where's the Doctor at? But of course, the Doctor's made many enemies along the way. The Doctor disappears and has given a confession dial, which is like the Doctor's, a Gallifreyan's version of a Last Will and Testament. And for some reason, he gave it to Missy. Yeah, that Missy, the one that we found out is really the reincarnation of the Master. Okay. Clara and Missy end up together and they track down the Doctor. But once they find him, all three of them are taken prisoner and taken to Skaro, which is the birthplace of the home planet of the Daleks. And they are taken before Davros, the person, he was once human, I guess, but he is the leader of and the creator of the Daleks. Davros is weak. He's dying. And he's seeking the Doctor out after recalling an encounter from his childhood. And you'll see that there's a point where Davros encountered the Doctor when he was a child. It was a war-torn planet, and he ran into a field and he became surrounded by hand mines. Yeah, that's right. I said hand mines, not landmines. And the Doctor left his ass there to die. And it could have been this deep-seated regret on the Doctor's part, or this deep-seated hatred on Davros' part that created him to create the Daleks, for them to go at war with the Gallifreyans, and for him to become what he ultimately became. You know that I love my quotes, and I only have two today. The first one's from Catherine Mansfield, and she says, "Regret is an appalling waste of energy. You can't build on it. It is only good for wallowing in." And the other one's from John Powell, who says, "The only real mistake is the one in which we learn nothing from it." What is the definition of regret? It is a feeling of sadness, repentance, or disappointment over something that's happened or has been done. I used to say all the time that I lived a life of zero regrets. You know, I was glad that I woke up in the morning, I did what I did, and that was the day. And I wanted to be the master of my day and not let my day be the master of me. Once upon a time, that was true. But looking back, I do feel like I do have a number of regrets, and times when I should have went right, I went left, and sometimes when I should have went straight, I doubled back and turned around. And I have not made all of the most wise choices. Now, the thing about that is that you have to deal with the choices that you made. A lot of people get stuck because they break down when they said, okay, I should have went right and I went left. Oh my God, my life is over. I can't believe that I did that. And they can't move from that spot. They're stuck in that spot. No, the thing is, you got to keep moving. Yes, I should have went right when I went left. Okay, we're here now. Am I trying to get back to that spot? Maybe not. But maybe you have to find your own path to where you would have ended up. Who knows? Now, is there a difference between regret and remorse? Because both of them involve negative feelings about past actions. If you looked at this particular episode, you could see in this episode the weight that was hanging on the Doctor because of a past action. He abandoned Davros in the middle of a field, surrounded by deadly hand mines, in a war. This was a little boy. How could he not think that part of what he had done led to what Davros ultimately became, one of his mortal enemies? He had an entire war against the Doctor's planet. Now, regret focuses on personal loss and missed opportunities. That's important. While remorse involves acknowledging the harm that's been done to others and then seeking to rectify that harm. Those are two different things. When you have remorse, you understand what you did wrong, and if you hurt people other than yourself, then you want an opportunity to make it right. Now, those people they don't have to grant you that opportunity, but you want a chance just to make it right. Regret is something that is internalized. That's about yourself. And you lament a missed opportunity most of the time, or something that you lost. Many people get stuck right there, can't get past that regret. No, and a lot of times it's about more than just wishing you had done something different. Many people, again, at that point, when they get stuck on a regret, now they don't trust their own decision making. Because what if I get presented with a situation again where I need to go right? Will I choose left again? Like, what caused me to go left last time when I should have went right? Is it me? Do I know what is good for me, what's best for me? Or am I siding with desire and what I want instead of what I need? You can have feelings of sorrow, of grief, hurt, even anger come into play. And it can cause that fixation on that incident rather than you moving forward. Well, my buddy told me that he regretted not only the decision that he made, he regretted his life. That's heavy. Regret your life? Your life is your life. You've had children. You were married. Like, you regret your life? And I understand having some regrets over things that you should have done and didn't do. Things that you didn't do that you should have done. Decisions and the whole thing. But at that point, you have got to make peace with who you are in the moment. And then put together a plan. How do you become a better person? Maybe it's remorse, because maybe some of those things that you didn't do, that you should have done, that may have hurt someone, may have cost them an opportunity. Maybe those things that you did that you absolutely should not have done, maybe that hurt someone, cost them an opportunity. And it's hard to do it, but maybe you should get past regret and work on remorse. Start working on improving you, making you a better you. Because that's the only way that you're going to get anywhere near where you need to be. This particular episode is really interesting. It's a 2-part episode. So I'll be back to you very soon to talk about the second part to see how the doctor handled this situation. Because the only thing that we get out of this particular situation is that he's feeling the remorse, and we see this kind of team up, this buddy cop thing going on with Missy and Clara. But after all we've seen, can Clara even begin to remotely trust Missy? No, absolutely not. So how do you work with somebody to the better good of both of you when you're working with someone that you absolutely cannot trust? And at this point, can we even trust the doctor? What type of decisions will he make when he's so full of regret as opposed to remorse? This is Rakai Steed, new from the Ville. Make sure that you like this and share this video as much as possible. Also, leave me a comment about any regrets that you have in your life. Things that you should have done or shouldn't have done. And the difference, how you feel the difference in regret and remorse is played out in your own life. And if for some strange reason you have not yet subscribed to this channel, listen, I won't hold you, but you're missing out on something powerful. Hit the subscribe button and continue to rock with me. Every time I do this, it's about this, but just as much, it's about this.